Water apples, yeah. Well, this is something that I haven't really gone into too much because I reviewed the rose apple a while back, but I figured it's worth mentioning, is that there are actually a lot of different fruits from that genus. It's called Syzygium? I'm probably saying that wrong, but Syzygium. And I believe that these might be Syzygium aromaticum, which are usually like a much smaller variety than the rose apple. As you travel throughout Malaysia, if you go to a lot of like bus stops and things like that, you'll see people selling just like all varieties of these guys, just like cut up for sale as like a snack. And there's so many different varieties. I think there's like over 1,000 different species of Syzygium fruit that it's just like so much that it's like overwhelming. But in my experience, all of these fruits have pretty much tasted the same. And you see that little hole right there? That means there's probably a bug in here, so I'm gonna get a different one. How about this guy? Bug. So these actually grow wild all throughout, at least where I am right now. I've been seeing them just like walking around. I've been seeing trees just like hanging with these things. So I think what happens if you go to the market, people will sell them and they just like went out and like picked them in their yard, or they saw some and they picked them and sold them at market, which means that it could have a bug in it. I'm gonna nibble at it. Okay, I don't see any bugs. This one's pretty good. Tastes almost exactly like a rose apple. It has like maybe a little bit more of a cottonmouth feel to it. They're kind of like an apple, very bland, and they have like a slight like floral taste to it. Very good, but not a whole lot of flavor to it. What's nice about it is that they're just like really refreshing, nice and crispy tasting. But they're very like kind of like fluffy in there. There's a lot of air inside these. They're very light, very crispy, very nice to eat, but yeah, not a whole lot of flavor, and nothing discernible with the smaller variety. Like if you were to hand me like these cut up, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between this or like the rose apple that I had before. They all taste very similar, at least the ones that I've had. So not much else to say, but I think it's interesting that, you know, you get like the one variety that's like in some supermarkets throughout here, but there are actually tons and tons of varieties. So if you go to like a wet market, you'll see like them of all shapes and sizes, which is, I don't know, kind of cool. I have two more water apples. I've got one that's very, very bright red and kind of like squat, unlike the rose apple. I mean, it looks a little bit like the rose apple, but like if you like smushed it down. And this one here, so they look very similar, but this one, as you can see, is sold before it got red, or I think this variety actually doesn't turn red the way that this one does. I think so. Honestly, like I usually don't pick these ones up. When I see these ones for sale, I just have been assuming that they've been like underripe ones, but I think that actually might not be the case. But we'll see. Maybe there's like no flavor in here. I don't know. And yeah, interesting. I mean, usually how people eat these is they'll put like a salt and chili powder mixture on it, or plum powder or something like that to give it a little more kick. I prefer eating them just like straight on their own. So, but if this one has like no flavor in it, that might be why. They're just going for the texture and not for the flavor. I'll start with this one though. It's good. Very floral tasting. And some of them are a little bit bland. Like the little teeny one that I had was kind of bland. The regular like long rose apples that I've reviewed in the past, those have a pretty decent flavor, but it's very light. This one I think is stronger. It's just like a little citrusy, a little bit like rose petals and lemon juice or something, but very like mild. I really like these. I mean, they're not like a big flavor explosion or anything. There's something really satisfying about eating these. They're like really, really crispy, so I really like them. This one's a really good one. I think I actually prefer this one over the ones that are more commercially available. Good. It being white on the outside doesn't mean that it doesn't have flavor. Doesn't mean that it's like not ripe, because this tastes fine. It tastes like a little, maybe like a little bit more tart. And it has a sweetness to it, but it's not as sweet as this one. Eating these feels a little bit like eating a really crispy apple or like really crispy pear. But the flavor in it is different. It's got like it's much more subtle, and it's like a little more floral tasting. Still say my favorite one so far is this guy right here. Packs quite a punch. I mean, it's a very, very bright red color. Maybe that has something to do with it. But this one's really good. And I have like a nice big plate full of these things, so I'm gonna eat these for breakfast. And yeah, so I'm gonna go. But thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Hey guys, before you click out, I just want to give a very, very special thank you to Dr. Kenny T for helping me out and contributing on Patreon. Thanks to his support, this series is continuing to grow. The Patreon has gone from 0 to what it is right now, thanks to his support and the support of the other patrons, and that money goes towards making the series. I don't use this money to buy my groceries unless it's fruit. Okay, so all the money goes towards making this series possible and going on all these like adventures that I've been doing. So thank you so much, Kenny. Thank you so much to the other patrons. And if you want to learn more about how you can help make this series grow, just click on that link below. If you want to see the next video right now, you can do that. Just click on that link, and just for $1 you can see the next video 1 week before anybody else. So you can go and check that out right now. If you can't wait any longer, click on that button below and you can find out how you can get nice little perks like that, like seeing the videos earlier, exclusive content, all sorts of good stuff like that, and overall make this series possible and make it better and better.